Hi there, everybody at Altcoin Fantasy. My name is Craig Cobb, and I'm the founder here at TraderCobb.com, one of the world's leading cryptocurrency trading education businesses, really. And I want to introduce myself. I'm here in wonderful Bondi Beach, Sydney, Australia, and I had the absolute pleasure of meeting the CEO of Altcoin Fantasy whilst I was in Singapore. Cynthia, an absolute legend of a human being, and I look forward to bringing out that interview on the TraderCobb Crypto Show in the coming weeks. Now, what I wanted to do was to try and give you guys some understanding around a couple of the things that I look for to give myself a higher probability of success whilst trading these markets. Of course, I've been trading for 14 years now. It's actually November that I started years ago, and of course, with us being in November, it's 14 years. Happy birthday to my trading career. And I have 14 years of experience trading in foreign exchange, bonds, commodities, stocks, pretty much anything at all that moves. And the last 2 years, I've been exclusively focused on trading cryptocurrencies. And the reason that I have been exclusively focused on this market is simply because of the volatility. As a trader, we want to be trading markets that move. If your risk multiple is this much and your reward multiple is, say, that much in traditional markets, in crypto, of course, the reward multiple is absolutely obscene. And that's whether the market goes up or down for us traders that are using leverage products. Now, Altcoin Fantasy, I know you've still got to get direction right. You've still got to get the rewards by being more right than wrong. And it's a fantastic way of immersing yourself in the markets, even without too much trading understanding. But I wanted to start to bring you some trading understanding so that you know the sorts of things I'm looking for. I trade based on a checklist-based strategy. I literally tick boxes for the strategies to find them. I don't look at the market as a whole. I look at individual ingredients, much the same as baking a cake, and tick these ingredients off as I go in a very specific and structured order. The reason being is that we need to be very disciplined as traders, and myself personally, in my real life, pretty spontaneous. I like to have a good time, but when it comes to trading, that's not going to work personality-wise. So that's why I've got the rules that I have in place. So what I want to do is just introduce you to a couple of those things to help you to find areas in the market so your probability playing the game can increase, and of course, hopefully your prize pool does as well. So the first thing I want to show you is to show you Bitcoin. Of course, the big daddy of our market. We don't have an index, so to speak, when it comes to cryptocurrency, but Bitcoin is our largest market cap. Of course, we all know that. Now, there's a couple of things that I do when I create my watch list, and here is my daily watch list for today. Now, this is a video less about my watch list and more about what exactly I'm looking for. Now, to introduce you to what I have on my charts, I simply have a 10-period moving average, which is the white line, and a 20-period moving average, which is the purple line here. I also have the MACD, which stands for Moving Average Convergence and Divergence. Now, you see, I don't look at things like the moving average crossovers because that's lagging. It's not an indicator that's going to show you anything really important. And the same with the MACD. As a matter of fact, you can take this orange line off very simply by doing this. Signal line gone. I'm just so used to having both lines over 14 years that I feel like I've just chopped off my finger by taking that line out. But for the purpose of this example, I'll show it to you so it's nice and easy. The first thing I focus on is price action, these candles here. Each one of these candles represent one full day of price action. The higher the price went, the lower the price went, where it opened to where it closed. A red candle, of course, is a bearish candle. It's a down candle. It closed lower than where it opened. And a green candle means it closed higher than where it opened. So I'm looking for trend, lower highs and lower lows to make it very, very simple. I look to have multiple time frame agreement. So if I go from the daily now to the 2-day, you'll notice as well, higher, there's a lower high, lower low, downtrend. And if I go to the weekly, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So again, all these time frames are in agreement. That's a good thing. So back to the daily now. The second thing I use is these moving averages. The moving averages need to be in the correct order. Now, in a downtrend, such as we have here on Bitcoin, the 10 needs to be below the 20, okay? Not tied up, but nice and open like they are right here. So I need to have moving averages in agreement on multiple time frames. So from the daily to the 2-day, these moving averages, 10 is below the 20. Same thing. They're both in the right order, and also on the weekly, moving averages are in the correct order. So now I'm using multiple time frame trends with multiple time frame moving averages in the same order. The third thing is to have convergence of the MACD. Now, this is what this line is here. As price makes lower lows, I want the MACD to make lower lows. So here's a low here, here's a new lower low, and we can see it is clearly, price makes a low here, price made a low here. It is clearly lower on the MACD that the price has made lows. So that's said to be converging, and that's what I want to see. Indicators don't tell me when to get into a trade or when to get out of a trade, but they do tell me when it's a good time to avoid trading that particular market. The third thing I look for is whereabouts price is with these moving averages. I use these moving averages as an equilibrium point, as a point for fair value within that given trend. Now, if I just zoom out and show you a couple of things here, if I show it to you looking back on the good run that we had from April, see how when price pulls back into these moving averages, we see a move. In, we move. In, we move. Same again. Now, here it pulled back a little bit deep, but if I take you through this little period on, say, the 8 hour, let me just reverse out a little bit and show that to you. Once again, you can see pulls back in, moves away, pulls back in, moves away, so on and so forth. That happens time and time and time and time again. So that's why I use that as my equilibrium point to try and find my opportunities. Now, whether you're in an uptrend or a downtrend, here's an example again. In the cradle zone, small bearish candle, moving averages in the correct order, and a strong move. Same again here, a strong move. This one here didn't work out so well. Not all trades will go in your favor. You need to be aware of that. Yes, I have losing trades as well. We all do, and anyone that says they don't is lying or they don't trade. So with that being the case, we've established that the moving averages help us with an equilibrium. We have, you looked at multiple time frame agreement of trend, and now what I want to see is a small bearish candle in that cradle zone. Here is where I have that. Okay, small bearish candle. Now what this tells me is that if it was to break the low of this candle, which the low there is 73.65, the probability of the price falling is increased. It's a fairly high probability given we've got multiple time frames. We're looking at convergence, we're looking at moving averages, and we're also looking at the size and the type of candle being that it is bearish. These probabilities are starting to stack in our favor. Now, the way the checklists work for me is that I'll have essential factors that must be met, 100% must be met. And then there'll be bonus factors to help me to increase my probability and also to decide whether I take, say, Bitcoin short or Ethereum short. Of course, it works both ways. So it's a very simple way, it's a very structured way of trading, and I hope that it helps you. Throughout my watch list here, you'll note that there will be some that are in uptrends, like yesterday, a little pullback into the cradle zone here. You'll see with XRP right now on the 12 hour, a little bearish candle right there, and as was there. There is plenty of opportunities to trade this type of strategy. Now, I can do more videos in the coming weeks if you have enjoyed this one, but this is more to say, hello, welcome, this is who I am, and this is what I do. If you'd like to see more content, there is some free information available at TraderCobb.com. That's TraderCobb for Bravo.com. And I welcome you to ask any questions, to get across onto YouTube, it's TraderCobb, onto Facebook, TraderCobb, and also on my Twitter. Happy to answer your questions, happy to get involved, and very happy to be working with you guys and providing you with some information. For those of you in the US, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you've had a fantastic day and enjoy the Black Friday sales. Get across the website and have a look at what we've got. Guys, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to releasing the interview with Cynthia very, very soon. Thanks very much for your time. Bye for now.